Studies show that at least 150,000 children are lured into prostitution each year, and the average age when the girls start is 12 to 14. Now, in our audience, we have two women who were part of an underage prostitution ring run by a man by the name of Greg Hightower.
Greg immediately put me to work on the street, made me do things that I never imagined myself doing.
He ran one of the largest prostitution rings on the West Coast. It consisted of 300 girls. I was 16 when I got pregnant with his child. He was just like, if you love your daughter, you will sell your body for her. He turned my first trick when I was 17.
Being with the men made me feel so disgusting.
As the man got on top of me, I just remember being so scared. I handed Greg the money. I just started throwing up. It felt like I threw up my soul that day.
You'd get beat if you didn't bring what he wanted, $1,000 a night from each of us. Greg stabbed me in my chest. He stabbed me and stabbed me. I thought I was gonna die.
He would beat the girls with telephone cords, with belts, with tire irons.
He can beat you and then 5 minutes later have you back with him.
I remember going to the store one time. As I got out the door, he goes, don't even think about doing anything stupid. I will find you. I will kill you. It was 13 years that I lived as this man's slave. I escaped, got into a domestic violence shelter.
I left Greg, and I don't have to sell myself anymore. My biggest fear is Greg finding me.
You, Cherie, are still afraid of this man. You were saying you had to turn like $1,000 a night, and if you didn't, what happens? What if you don't perform? What if you don't meet his expectations?
You get beat or you get tortured.
Beaten and tortured?
Yeah.
Same experience for you? Now, he's in jail, right? I have him on the phone, and I want to talk to him, but I want to ask you two if you're okay being here while I do that.
I want to hear him.
You want to hear him?
Because I want to be here to say whatever to what he says.
All right. Wendy, how about you?
I'm here for her.
So you're okay with me talking to him on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Greg immediately put me to work on the street when I was 14 years old. He's very scary.
I turned my first trick when I was 17. I was so scared. He built and ran one of the largest prostitution rings on the West Coast.
As I say, Greg Hightower is in jail right now. He's pled guilty to prostitution charges, and he has agreed to talk to me today. Greg, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, I find it disgusting to talk to you, frankly, because of what you have done. I'm just curious what you say about that, what you say about controlling these women for all of these years, exploiting them, beating them, abusing them.
Okay, Dr. Phil, I wasn't beating nobody, okay? I was in a prostitution ring. You know, this was 9 years ago. I got my life together. We were in prostitution. Yes, this is what we did, and I regret all that. I did what I've done, and I am sorry, and I ask that they forgive me, you know, instead of all this hatred. It was not like that. This woman waited for me 8.5 years. If I was such this bad person beating up people, nobody's going to the hospital. She said I beat her with a crowbar.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Greg. Let me ask you a question. Did you I mean, you say you want to be forgiven, that you're sorry for this, so own it now. Did you or did you not take advantage of teenage girls?
I took advantage. Yeah, of course. I mean, it wasn't a forced thing or nothing. You know, that was my life 9 years ago. This is 9 years ago. Now, I've been doing the right thing that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm sorry for what I've done. And I like to talk to teenagers and stuff and stop them from prostituting, women from prostituting themselves, because it's a bad life. It's not the thing to do.
What do you think the effect is of a man exploiting a 14, 15-year-old girl and prostituting her year after year after year? What do you think the effect on their life is after the fact?
Sir, it could be a effect, yes. But One, she was not 14 years old, and I didn't meet Wendy until I was in high school. She's talking about she was 14 years old.
How much did you make off of these girls a night?
Oh my God, she's talking about $1,000, $2,000 a night. I didn't see nothing like that. It was not no $1,000 a night. It's $300 or $400 a person. That's about it.
Okay, so $600 or $800 a night.
Yeah, I wasn't no big rich time. I mean, they make me out to be somebody like Guido the Killer Pimp or something.
Well, we're talking about $600 to $800 a night prostituting two girls. I mean, does that?
Sometimes, like I said, it's not a forced thing. You know, I bettered my life. I know it's wrong.
Is there anything you want to say to Greg on the phone while I'm here? Nothing? Nothing you want to say? Wendy? Nothing you want to say? Okay. Greg, thank you for calling in. We appreciate it. Just hang up. I don't want to talk to this person anymore. We'll be right back.